Greetings and welcome to my channel, dear viewers. I hope you're having a great day. Remember to subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed the video. Fans get a look inside Jonathan Scott and Zooey Deschanel's NYC apartment, a haven of sustainability, style, and common interests. The video opens with a lively, elegant indie pop song that fades in. Features acoustic guitar, light piano, and possibly a tinge of vibraphone. Quick cuts include a close-up of a classic record spinning on a turntable, sunlight pouring through tall windows onto a sleek, contemporary kitchen counter, a humorous view of a fluffy cat batting at a hanging plant, and a sight of the famous NYC cityscape through floor-to-ceiling glass. Text overlay. Inside Jonathan and Zooey's NYC sanctuary, warm, animated, standing in a chic, well-lit area that suggests the aesthetic of the apartment, perhaps next to a peculiar light fixture or a bookshelf ****. Hi everyone, and welcome back to the channel! We delve deeply into celebrity houses, design trends, and the backstories of the places we adore. If you're new here, be sure you hit the subscribe button and notification bell. Today, we're entering one of the most talked about, effortlessly stylish, and surprisingly grounded celebrity residences in New York City. The shared retreat of Zooey Deschanel, who is incredibly charming, eccentric, and talented, and Jonathan Scott, who is that Property Brothers star and the mastermind behind countless dream homes. What they have made together is something far more remarkable than the standard Hollywood home or sterile penthouse. It truly reflects their distinct fusion of personalities, passions, and shared beliefs. Prepare yourself for a tour that combines a presentation of sustainability, design inspiration, and an inside look at a truly joyful home. Transition: a seamless change to an external view of a stately, classic pre-war building on a street surrounded with trees in the Upper West Side. Gently concentrate on the building's exterior. Their flat, which is located in one of those famous pre-war buildings with vast dimensions, sturdy bones, and unquestionable character, is tucked away in the Upper West Side of Manhattan. It's the ideal setting for what Jonathan and Zooey have accomplished, which is a tasteful blend of her vintage, artistic sensibility and his architectural accuracy. They crafted a home, not merely moved in. What's the best part? They've been quite forthcoming with their peaks, providing fans with an uncommon opportunity to see how two highly visible individuals establish a very private and intimate sanctuary. Cut to the main living space in the interior shot. High ceilings, lots of windows, a blend of old and new furniture, warm wood tones, and colorful accents are all visible from this wide viewpoint. Zooey is cuddled up with a book on a sofa, smiling and glancing up as Jonathan is idly adjusting a lamp. Inside, on-screen ***, what is so intriguing about this room? Though, let's face it, the NYC skyline is fairly unbeatable. It's not only about the view or the square footage. The intentionality is what matters. Every decision they make, from the carefully chosen artwork to the reclaimed wood floors, reflects their personalities as a pair and as individuals. Zooey adds character, texture, and that certain quirky appeal that we all love, while Jonathan contributes the structural vision and an awareness of flow and purpose. Cut to close-up on the original herringbone hardwood floors, followed by a pan up to elaborate crown molding and a vintage radiator painted a light contemporary color. It's a true partnership, a conversation between two creative minds. Let's start with the bones. Such pre-war structures are gems. The elaborate moldings, the solid oak doors, and the spacious room proportions are just a few of the characteristics that are impossible to duplicate today. Being the architect and builder that he is, Jonathan recognized right away that it was imperative that these historic features be preserved. They enhance the character rather than ripping it out. Have you noticed how painstakingly the old herringbone floors have been refinished? They are honoring the history and patina beneath the surface rather than attempting to make it appear brand new. What about that radiator? Cut to Jonathan speaking in an interview clip, possibly from a previous magazine feature or their own social media. The architecture of these old buildings is incredible. The proportions, the light, it's about working with what's there, respecting the craftsmanship of the past, and then layering in the modern comforts and aesthetics that make it livable for us today. It's a conversation between eras. Rather than concealing it, they painted it a new coat of paint in a soothing, contemporary color, perhaps a warm grayish or a soft sage. Return to host, that's right. And with the windows, that dialogue goes on. The apartment's vital link to the city is those lofty, imposing windows. They bring in an abundance of natural light, which is vital in New York City. Jonathan didn't stop there, though. He probably kept the original frames and proportions while upgrading the glazing for improved insulation and soundproofing, which are crucial for city living. It's this fusion, paying respect to the past while incorporating contemporary performance in a seamless manner. The convenience and effectiveness of the modern world are combined with the beauty of the old world. Transition, a view of the eating and living areas that are open to one another. Pay attention to how the spaces flow together. Jonathan's skill is evident in the layout itself. In contrast to pre-war apartments, which can occasionally feel divided, this one has a lovely sense of fluidity. The dining area seamlessly transitions from the living room to the kitchen. It's not cavernous, but it is open. Without walls, there is clarity thanks to well-placed furniture, area rugs, and adjustments to the lighting or ceiling treatment. As a result, separate areas are created for cooking, dining, and resting while preserving the open, linked vibe that enlarges and warms the room. It's ideal for entertaining guests as well as spending peaceful evenings at home, which they obviously love. Detailed views of the living room are shown next. Pay attention to the sofa, which is probably a cozy, contemporary silhouette made of a neutral fabric. Interestingly patterned or textured vintage armchairs. A one-of-a-kind coffee table, either made of metal and wood or a sculpture. Shelves brimming with records, books, and carefully chosen artifacts. The walls are covered in a variety of modern and historical artwork. As soon as you walk into the living area, Zoe's influence envelopes you like a warm blanket. Her passion for texture, antique, and intimate narrative comes to life here. Don't bother with matchy-matchy sets. Here, curated eclecticism is key. That couch? Probably incredibly cozy, with a sleek, contemporary style that Jonathan would like, and upholstered in a sturdy, family-friendly fabric, since let's not forget they have 2 gorgeous kids. Then you see those old-fashioned armchairs, perhaps one with a whimsical floral print and another with a somewhat worn velvet in a jewel tone. They shouldn't go together, but because of their common warmth and the careful arrangement, they do. Cut to, close-up on a shelf with framed black and white photographs, vintage cameras, a tiny collection of porcelain animals, and a variety of hardcover books. Take a look at these shelves. This is just Zoe. Serves as a museum of their hobbies and lifestyles, not just adornment. Her favorite books, she reads a lot, are piled up next to Jonathan's architecture books. Framed pictures of family and friends, vintage cameras, a tribute to her artistic side, oddball ceramic items she's accumulated over the years, possibly some sheet music, remember her musical prowess in Elf and New Girl, and vintage cameras. It reveals exactly who lives here and is layered and intensely intimate. Everything feels lived in and cherished, not staged for a magazine shoot. Cut to, a picture of a well-arranged vinyl collection and a record player. And the music, of course. Zoe has a legendary love for music. Their home life revolves on that record player, so it's not just for show. You can see nights spent listening to the warm crackle of vinyl, perhaps Jonathan spinning some of his favorite songs like jazz from the 1960s or pop. The actual collection is most likely a combination of Zoe's shared discoveries and old findings. The area is anchored by a shared ritual and an additional layer of personality. Cut to, the host pointing to the lighting, which is another area where their tastes blend together wonderfully. There may be a statement modern floor lamp next to an antique table lamp with a cloth shade. You'll notice sleek contemporary fixtures, perhaps a sculptured floor lamp for ambient lighting, combined with antique table lamps with cloth shades that give out a cozier, gentler glow. The idea is to create layers of light for various emotions, such as warm and cozy for evenings and bright and stimulating for days. Zoe chooses the pieces that bring warmth and character, while Jonathan makes sure everything works, appropriate location, good task lighting. Chemistry is flawless. Cut to light-filled, spacious kitchen scenes. Emphasize simple lines, elegant yet subtle appliances, open shelves with lovely dishes, and a sizable island with chairs. Observe the materials: open shelves, quartz or marble countertops, and perhaps a piece of reclaimed wood on the island base. Let's now discuss the kitchen, which is the center of any house, especially for a couple who obviously enjoy cooking and entertaining. This area has been flawlessly designed by Jonathan, the functional design guru. It's a chef's paradise without being stuffy or frigid. The traditional work triangle, sink, stove, and refrigerator is flawlessly streamlined, demonstrating the layout's undeniable efficiency. But have a look at the materials. They have selected surfaces that are not only lovely but also long-lasting and simple to keep clean when children are present. Consider quartz worktops that resemble marble but are much more functional, or even in honed marble if they're ready to accept the patina. Cut 2. Close-up on open shelves with cookbooks neatly placed, ceramic bowls, and bright vintage Pyrex. This is where Zoe's touch again comes in. The open shelves. They put their favorite things on show rather than concealing everything behind cabinet doors. Her collection includes piles of beloved cookbooks, hand-thrown porcelain bowls with lovely glazes, and old Pyrex in vibrant colors. It's useful storage that showcases their individuality and items they actually use and adore. Gives the kitchen a cozy, approachable, and lively vibe. Cut 2. A view of the spacious island, perhaps featuring a waterfall edge and cozy counter stools. The social center is the island. Spacious enough for preparing meals, doing homework, having informal breakfasts, or spending time with friends over coffee. Comfortable sitting is essential for lengthy conversations in New York City. Take another look at the materials. Jonathan probably made sustainable decisions here. Perhaps the island base's wood is salvaged, or the cabinetry has low VOC treatments. For them, sustainability is more than just a catchphrase. It's a fundamental principle that permeates every aspect of their house. Cut 2. The host speaking solemnly. This is an important point. Jonathan and Zoe are both strong proponents of eco-friendly living. It is the foundation of Jonathan and Drew's entire Green Brothers project, and Zoe has long promoted environmentally friendly decisions. Water-saving fixtures, low-impact materials, and energy-efficient appliances, check for the Energy Star label, were all given top priority in this kitchen. Its design is both aesthetically pleasing and functional. The eating area next to the kitchen/living area is the focus of Section 4, the eating area, gathering, and grace. Pay attention to a large wooden table that is perhaps a vintage find or specially manufactured from reclaimed wood, encircled by a variety of chairs, some of which match and some of which don't. Above is a striking light fixture, perhaps a big artwork on the wall. The dining space flows organically from the kitchen. This is a gathering spot as much as a place to dine. Focal point is the table, which is large and most likely composed of solid, warm wood. Another gesture to sustainability and character may be a custom item made from salvaged lumber, or it could be a historic trestle table that they acquired and refurbished. The chairs? Probably a combination. Perhaps 2 distinct, cozy armchairs at the ends and 2 ancient side chairs that complement. Cut 2. Close-up on the light fixture over the table, possibly a contemporary version of a traditional chandelier or a collection of intriguing pendants. It's that carefully chosen, accumulated over time appearance that feels genuine and inviting, not like a showroom set. Here, the mood is greatly influenced by the lighting. The light fixture above the table serves as a focal point in addition to providing illumination. Can be a collection of intriguing pendants or a contemporary take on a traditional chandelier. Cut 2. Shot of the wall near the dining area, possibly a gallery wall, a large piece of art, or even a built-in cabinet displaying special dishes or collections. The walls surrounding the dining area often hold special significance. Provides the warm, focused light needed for meals and conversation, creating an intimate bubble within the larger open space. There may be a big, striking work of art that they both adore, or a well-assembled gallery wall with a variety of old prints, family portraits, and perhaps even some of Zoe's own photographs or artwork. Dining here feels unique because of the additional layer of shared taste and personal history. Cut 2. Calm, softly lit bedroom shots. Consider a big, cozy bed covered with fine linens in soothing hues, whites, creams, gentle blues, or greens. Minimalist bedside tables. There was a sense of ample closet space. We can deduce a lot from their general aesthetic and values, even though they keep the intimate spaces like beds more hidden as they should. They have large windows with high-quality blackout shades visible. Without a doubt, the main bedroom is a haven where one can fully relax away from the bustle of New York City. A focus on tranquility, comfort, and quality is to be expected. A big, incredibly comfy bed covered in opulent natural fiber sheets, either organic cotton or linen, probably in neutral, calming colors. Simple nightstands that only carry the necessities, a book, a glass of water, and a good reading lamp, maybe vintage items with simple lines. Since storage is crucial in New York City, Jonathan would have made the most of the closet space with clever, personalized organization systems, maintaining a calm and clutter-free atmosphere. Cut to close-up of window treatments, including soft, light-filtering curtains layered above premium blackout shades. And those windows, vital for people who live in cities. For privacy and atmosphere during the day, soft, light-filtering curtains should be layered with high-quality blackout shades. It all comes down to striking the ideal balance between a tranquil getaway and a city connection. Cut to spa-like bathroom photos with crisp lines, high-quality fixtures, a walk-in shower with frameless glass, a deep soaking tub, and natural stone or tile. Perhaps some greenery. The restrooms are probably the same, spotless, luxurious, and practical. A large walk-in shower with frameless glass, a deep soaking tub for the ultimate in relaxation, a must after a long day, and natural materials like stone or premium tile are all things to consider. Water-efficient and contemporary fixtures would be used. A little greenery, such as a peace lily or a hardy ZZ plant, gives vitality and the sense of connectedness to nature that Zoe frequently uses. It all comes down to designing an opulent yet peaceful and healing environment. You can't discuss Jonathan and Zoe's house without mentioning the plants. Cut to shots of different plants throughout the flat, including a tall fiddle leaf fig in the corner, trailing pothos on a shelf, herbs on the kitchen windowsill, and possibly a little citrus tree. They can be found anywhere. This is a philosophy rather than a decoration. In a densely populated city like New York City, plants provide vitality, oxygen, and a critical link to nature. It's obvious that Zoe has transferred her love of gardening indoors. You may recall her character Jess's tiny balcony garden from New Girl. You'll see tall, dramatic plants like fiddle leaf figs or bird of paradise in corners, trailing pothos or philodendrons softening shelves and cabinets, and utilitarian herbs blooming on the sunny kitchen windowsill. Jonathan, ever the practicalist, likely ensures they have the correct light and watering systems, maybe even smart irrigation for trips, to keep them thriving. It's a wonderful, living element that softens the futuristic lines and gives steady, peaceful liveliness. Section 7. Family life and personal touches. Cut to subtle, respectful shots hinting at family life, maybe colorful kids' artwork framed on a fridge or a designated wall, a cozy reading nook with children's books visible, durable but stylish toys neatly stored in a woven basket. This is, above all, a family home. They have 2 small children, Darby and Della, and the space is created with them in mind, wisely, not overly. You won't see plastic toys thrown about due to Jonathan's organizing genius, but you will witness evidence of their existence woven in with love. Look for framed pieces of their vivid artwork displayed proudly on the fridge or a dedicated gallery wall. Zoe's favorite children's books are probably kept in a comfortable reading corner. Smart storage options, like the gorgeous woven baskets Zoe adores, rounded edges on tables when feasible, and sturdy, washable fabrics on important furniture keep things neat without compromising design. It's a house that preserves its essential beauty and tranquility while embracing the happy turmoil of family life. The most crucial personal touch isn't an item but rather the ambience of the space. Everything they've posted, including interviews, glances on social media, and their descriptions of their house, exudes coziness, warmth, and sincere joy. It's a place designed to foster connections, for quiet time spent reading together, inviting friends, having family dinners, and spending leisurely Sunday mornings listening to records. It's about living well together, not about impressing. Cut to gorgeous views of the NYC cityscape taken from their windows during the day, during the golden hour, and at night. highlight the city's vastness and vibrancy in contrast to its serene interior. And then there's the vista. The view, oh. They have a front-row ticket to one of the best shows on the planet, New York City, which is located high in their Upper West Side building. During the day, it is a vibrant tapestry of light, movement, and architecture. Over the Hudson River, the sky bursts with color at sunset. And at night, a sea of sparkling lights that stretches as far as the eye can see is an example of absolute magic. This is an essential component of the character of their house, not merely a background. Instead than competing with this vista, Jonathan and Zoe's interior design frames it. The interior palette frequently consists of soothing neutrals that allow the city's vibrancy to shine through, window coverings are selected to optimize visibility, and furniture is arranged to capitalize on sightlines. Serves as a daily inspiration, a reminder of their location, and an amazing sight to behold. Conclusion: more than just four walls. Cut to: host returns to the chic room from the introduction, maybe by a window with the city lights softly glowing in the background. The true lesson from entering Jonathan Scott and Zooey Deschanel's NYC apartment is not about copying their exact sofa or finding that one vintage lamp, but rather about the principles they uphold. Collaboration is key. Their home is a true 50-50 blend, where Jonathan's structural intelligence and focus on function meet Zoe's soulful curation and love of vintage charm. They listened to each other, made concessions, and created something distinctly theirs. Respect the bones. Pay attention to the space's history and character. Don't just destroy it, instead work with what you have. Those pre-war elements are priceless. Sustainability is smooth. Eco-friendly decisions aren't a compromise. They're a meticulously knit element of elegant, conscientious design, from appliances to materials. Personality over perfection. A home should feel lived in and reflect the people who live there, not seem like a catalog. Fill your space with items that you love and that tell your story, such as literature, artwork, collections, family photos, and plants. Function fuels comfort, especially with kids. A really functional home must have smart storage, long-lasting materials, and a layout that supports your real life: cooking, playing, relaxing, connecting. Nature is unavoidable. Invite the outdoors in. Not only are plants fashionable, but they are also vital for health, particularly in urban areas. Establish your sanctuary. In the end, your house ought to be your haven. Place where you feel totally relaxed, rejuvenated, and calmed. In the center of one of the busiest cities on Earth, Jonathan and Zoe have created that with skill. Cut to: the final montage brief, stunning shots. Sunlight on the herringbone floor, Jonathan adjusting a plant, Zoe's hand turning a record, the kids' artwork on the refrigerator, the skyline at dusk, and the comfortable living room with lamps. Warm, thoughtful voiceover ***, their abode is a tribute to purposeful living, not merely a celebrity pad. It is evidence that beautiful design, deep sustainability, a lively family life, and a deep sense of calm can all be found in one, quite stylish home. Love, respect for one another, their personal space, and the environment, as well as a common understanding of what really matters, are the foundations of this home. Rewind to the host grinning at the camera. What were your thoughts? What struck a chord with you the most about their house? The touches of vintage? The environmentally friendly options? The way they mix the old with the new? Tell me in the comments section below. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed this in-depth look at their area. It really benefits the channel. Remember to subscribe and click the notification bell so you don't miss our upcoming design in-depth or celebrity home tour. In the meantime, keep in mind that your house should be a happy place for you. Go ahead and claim it. The music fades out after a soft swell toward the end of the video. The channel's end screen features a subscribe button, social network handles, and links to other well-liked videos. Inside Gigi Hadid's NYC loft, the most sustainable celebrity homes, and pre-war apartment renovation tips.